Okay guys, so this is the final thing that I'm doing for my July 4th gathering with my family. I'm prepping my seasoning, marinating all my ingredients together overnight in the refrigerator, so that way all I have to do tomorrow in the morning is just add the rice. That's pretty much it. And cook away. Alright, so let's get straight to the ingredients. Okay. However, I am doing 2 big bins of rice, and I'm using 2 separate kind of Goya beans. For the one rice, the one pork rice bin, I'm doing pink beans. For the second bin, I'm doing black beans. That's the only difference with the rice, with both rices. They're just gonna have 2 different kind of bean. All the ingredients are the same for both rice. So what I do, y'all, I have my pot here where I'm going to add, long day, right? I'm going to add like all the ingredients on here. However, I put this pot in my refrigerator with the lid so everything marinates. So the first one I'm gonna cook is the one that's in here. That's gonna be the first one I throw on the oven. Okay, I have my second see-through bowl here. This is gonna be for the black beans. This is gonna marinate separately because this is my favorite pot. Once this rice is done, I will scoop it out, put it in the bin, and then this goes next for the second bin to cook for tomorrow. All right, so I just wanted to throw that out to you guys. It's just 2 different beans. Other than that, everything's pretty much the same ingredient. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the ingredients. Okay, so I'm doing the pink beans first. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add those pink beans in, and I don't drain my beans. I add them in just as is. Some people take the stuff out, the sodium or whatever. I do too, but since I'm doing a big bin of it, I want to make sure like all the flavor, everything, because sodium does give it flavor. It's salt. So okay, we have a cup of sofrito that I'm adding in as well. We have that tomato sauce, that salsa, but I only use, this is an 8 ounce, I only use half for each rice, so 4 and 4. So I'm only pouring half of this, y'all, in there. The other half is gonna go into that see-through glass bowl for my second bin, right? Okay, I'm going to add in a 1/4 of the Spanish olives as well. I'm going to add in 2 packets of salsón for each bin, again, for the rice. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Okay. All right. And then I also do 2 caps of that vinegar, y'all. And the reason why I add vinegar in my rice is because I'm not just doing a regular rice. I'm doing a pork rice. And pork, you know, I like to clean it out with the vinegar as well as I'm cooking. So that's the point of adding vinegar. I use the organic apple cider vinegar for each pot as well, for each bin. So let's add that in. Okay. So 1 and 2. Just use your cap of your bottle, like I said. Okay, so we have a half an onion that I'm throwing in as well. Okay, let me get my favorite knife. Okay, so, and I really dice these in there, okay? So it's gonna be a half of onion, right? But again, it's gonna go half into one cooking, prepping for the rice, and the other half to the other one. So actually you're using a half an onion, but you're splitting it in half basically, just like that, and chopping it up and dicing it for each bin. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one aside because that's gonna go in there. And then we have our other little piece here. So again, just little dices, very simple. And I like that because I like the way it marinates with the rice as well. Onion is good, y'all. And like I said, it's my recipe. I don't change it, but if you know, again, you can always do your own and not add the onion, okay? It'll still have great flavor, trust me. Okay, so once that's in there, okay, that's for the second bin. Okay, Now, here I have, and this is shoulder pork, just like the one I did earlier, but these are slices of it. I didn't want to mess up my pretty pork shoulder rib that I already got all flavored up and marinated up in the refrigerator, so I went out and got slices, because since I'm doing a family gathering, then I don't usually, if it's just me and my family, I'll just use that same pork and slice some up out of there to put in my rice. So however, that's why I'm doing it this way, okay? And it's the same thing as the shoulder pork, it's just slices. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna open this up and we're just gonna cut it up into dices, y'all. Okay, just like if you would add ham into your rice or beans or whatever, same thing. However, what I do though, I do leave the bone, and that's another reason why I got this. The bone, I love the bone. It has lots of flavor, just like when you make a soupy, same thing. That's what I do to my rice as well. So I do leave one big chunk, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just slice up this. And like, if you look, I like that fatty part on top, meaty part on the bottom. I know I say that a lot with my meat, but I love that because that always brings great flavor, and pork is really good with flavor. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just start dicing this up, all right?